Previously on Sailing in Okinawa, we went out for a sunset sail with YouTubers James and Ayano. They had a really good time experience in Okinawa. This time on Sailing in Okinawa, we'll meet Kris, and I'll tell you how I meet people on the internet to go sailing. You've already met James and Ayano. There's also Dan, who I met on a Facebook group, Bruce, who I met on Sailing in Japan Facebook group, Sarah, who I met through a Go Sailing app, Peter and Ginger, World Cruisers, who I met on Sailing in Japan, Terry, who I met in Sailing in Japan, Mike, who I also met on Sailing in Japan, Jeff, who I met through Sailing Okinawa, Hugo and Janos, who I met from Sailing in Japan, Anthony, who I visited in Yokohama and met through Sailing in Japan. He came down to Okinawa to visit me also. Kirk, who I met through Sailing in Japan. Nemanja and Vince, who I met through Sailing in Japan. Kishimoto, who I met on Facebook. Bern and Jill, who I met on Facebook. Linda, who I also met on Facebook. All of these people are cyber sailors. I've met all of these people on the internet before I met them in person. I met them largely through a Facebook group called Sailing in Japan. They have nearly 800 members. Many of the people I've met in person are really cool. Another place where you can meet and find out information about sailing is Sailing Okinawa, a website that's run by me, full disclosure. There are also Pirates of the Rookies group and the Go Sailing app. Over the years of sailing in Okinawa, I've met some really cool people. But of all the people I've met on the internet then met in person to go sailing, the most interesting is Kris. He was working for ANA in training and got furloughed because of COVID. Looking for a place to remain the rest of his visa, he decided to come down to Okinawa after I invited him to come down to my boat, where he lived for 3 weeks. Other than talking to him on the Sailing in Japan Facebook group, I'd never met Kris. I think sometimes you just have to trust your gut. And a lot of the people I've met on Sailing in Japan are really good folks, and they're actually really good sailors. I highly encourage anyone looking for crew opportunities or to go sailing to join this Facebook group. It's really good. So we decided to take Kris out to Sand Island, about 2 hours from Ginowan Port. It's a good place to go snorkeling as a day trip, and so we jumped in. The water here can range from swimming pool clear to milk cloudy, but today we got lucky, and it was a super clear day. Here are some tang, but we did find one thing. Sea turtle cruising through the currents. The currents can be really strong here, so you have to be careful if you go snorkeling here. Here Yuka goes down to meet this sea turtle. Yuka is an experienced diver and a diving instructor. Just like the dolphins, I could watch this forever. Never get tired of watching this stuff. Here, Kris is swimming with a sea turtle the first time ever. That's what's really cool. Being able to show people the kind of life I live and the kind of life they'd like to live This is awesome. So after spending about 3 hours out at Sand Island, it was time to maybe wrap it up. Well, after I take a quick swim again. Getting the shirt on. I joined Kris and Yuka for a portrait, and then we headed back. Next time on Sailing in Okinawa, we're going to head to Maida Point, look for anchorages with the help of Kris. Thanks for watching. Bye.